Right, Abusiama, I was saying, I'm more from Ashanti Media. So, be like video, you know, share their more before for. I feel so. Say, subscribe to the channel now. Wadaroma, subscribe and be part of the family. Say, be a news update. Be announced on some bit me. I can be now. We who say more echo so. Ewo mic and mo. Nana frame pons ziga. And then I pay you for at transier baby and send be so. The far US any Israel makambo mo ane. Omone Iran edi abweni a enya semketua the economic effect a betimi enya on the world market any de ekika ho ni nyina no Professor Ajimaidua ebiebie so afen so Miracles Aboaje edi na no atunsem ne bi Dr. Samuel Aye enso so aboa mankomo twetwe na akoso pa nsem a omahwie de gu apono so de echen otwe ho nwi abusua yebagi bre ni akotie nsem ne bi na yenso ya cheche ya dwen e de afa ho
ye ka UN yeni na ye ti asese United Nations no their job is to make sure say pepepe ya beba security beba respect to the humanity and all that nini na ebeba any adia but over Africa has here when Seku hit West Africa I'm choosing West Africa because Hanetesi I am say ECOWAS is a toothless bulldog. Now we have transferred that toothless bulldog to AU. That AU is becoming a toothless bulldog. Now people are saying that Argentina say United Nations say asem efa US one as a treating the kid loves any treaty or a treaty United States of America. Now can you also say that conclude say when it comes to the matters of United States the UN is a toothless bulldog.
What kind of graduates in the United States? Me international relations as my dissertation. To take it for United Nations in the post. Now classroom and I ebusa you teacher the professor. Now UN can be a group in somewhere in a toothless bulldog. Now some more kind of say UN is as strong as its members want it. The UN is as strong as its members want it to be.
I see.
What does it mean? Simple. You are structured United Nations around key agencies. First, the Security Council. Now, Security Council and the taking decisions of international conflicts they war near. Now, Security Council is 5 of the powerful countries after the Second World War. Yeah, more will be a fellow. It is a almost let's say far from Muba as like near United States or veto power, Russia, France, China, and Britain. These are the 5 veto power holding countries. It is my air the United States many times over Israel and Gaza. What will make a decision was now I'm say we are opposed to near people. I pay 10 times.
I see.
Just the United States here. The beer in Nigeria and I'm at Gaza. As you say, America for president. But this is a board of peace. And say, Nubia African, they are say Palestinians. Yeah, sure. The same thing in Iraq and Israel case here, United Nations. Now, tell you know, America only Israel. Only about but you probably could Israel dictating American policies. For whatever reason, you don't have to go into it now. It is Iraq, the United States, or victorious. In this all case, a total and in terms of international conflict, also Security Council decided. Now, come up not any of the five veto power countries, United Nations, now in toothless, do absolutely nothing. And that's what we're experiencing right now.
I see. Is it because they are the largest economy in the world, and I say it's because the headquarters of the United Nations is situated in New York, which is United States of America? Is it because of that or what?
It has nothing to do with the location of the UN headquarters. The UN headquarters can be here in Accra. There is a veto power to Yama 5 countries. Omude Krasa veto power. So, if you are the weakness, the greatest weakness would be our United Nations, greatest weakness. And the 5 countries have more veto power. 100 countries, yeah, that's the fact that is the weakness of the United Nations when it comes to international security.
I see. So is it United Nations now? Do they have the representatives of these Maghrebian countries and the Middle Eastness? No, Samiri East for do they have representation in United Nations?
United Nations, all in the world, roughly 196 countries of the world. In now, United your friend agents about the General Assembly. A hundred countries in United but the General Assembly doesn't decide on international security conflict or issues. Only the Security Council. Until your friend of Security Council. The honor, 15 members, but out of the 15, 5 in permanent members are more veto powers. And Natanya Kahon, you rotate. And Cherby and Nagana, a member of the Security Council. You got transfer one. On my working team, we said, need the 5 countries that I mentioned: US, Russia, China, France, and Great Britain. And today, can say, United Nations, a group also yes, or that you changing composition. Africa says so. Time ago, Kase or say Africa, you a vote our Security Council. Because the decision cross empire is the 5.
Prof, sorry, we are enjoying you, but Ubetimi Akwechi Kakra. Utino Anna Abakaman. Hey, yes, we can, yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Is that because Africa membership? These 5 countries now, I will be 2 powers. Omun Africa, so any between Security Council. There's a say I said by CIA. You sure say, my bank. By end say Africa vote at the Security Council.
I see. So in this case, how does it disadvantage Africa? The disadvantage in say.
Bebre, and almost you team fire. Yeah, the country of some graduate school. I studied United Nations. Minimi is my 12 years with the as a senior advisor to the United Nations. Intermediate, it is a United Nations, the usefulness for Africa. It is not only international conflicts, superpowers, one interesting. Lembom Sebasa, World Health Organization, UNDP, those agencies, they don't deal with conflicts. Only the Security Council.
Yeah.
And almost no. It's a very bad organization in terms of managing international conflicts. The man who said and they say after the Second World War, Omushiaye or San Francisco, yes, here to another nation. I don't know where they say one more powerful after the war. So Munyan say to Bibia as a dreamer. If you have necessity, Yama will be able to there can be an Ubia and a couple. And as I walk Security Council, UN Charter Muse, the ambassadors have been United Nations. These are 5 countries in our science. What you say?
Yeah.
And you know, when it comes to conflicts, and Mubarak decide it's America when we.
I see.
Sabia, China is powerful, and the China says they are Iran, or more high Iran. That's what we call Iran for. No nuclear power, won't you know? Then America force through, Tani Yenya. But, yeah, oh boy, because France, any breakthrough, these 2 European countries, maybe America for Russia, China, almost so they say, why now? So, and he said, America, in Guasia, who be a almost me, they see our person said, drag a Israel. And me, I said, that always now Iran. The same year, Gaza. The whole city of Gaza. A time back to Korea, hospitals, schools, universities, libraries, everything is destroyed. And when I say 100 years, now Americans in Israel. On Bessel, it me country. Not the Munyayo, Nasa. In the Sonia Nipabone, the leader of any of the Victor country, Victor wielding countries. Nothing say bad.
All right. Now, Donald Trump, some of kind right after the death of Kimani was announced. You know, he said that Kimani was a threat to the world, and not only Israel for the Middle Easterners, no, but he's a threat to the world. Any idea? Why do we think somebody like Donald Trump will describe such a man as a threat to the world?
The threat to the world, and it's only a threat to Israel because Iranians almost support Palestinians. The Israel was still. For many years, for about 50 years since Shah of 1979, the government of Iran, a revolutionary government, and a Islamic government, and to Israel for and Israel so Omodia Omar America, be on person of America. In the third hour, not Iran cannot threaten America, no way. But Obednia threatened Israel, because it's only about 40 kilometers or so. To me, a powerful. They say, I should to add this parts of Tel Aviv and some parts of Haifa and other cities. And no America for will be Africa Israel, no becoming America. And Timeba Kwama Israel. That's what he said. So nonsensical. And that's exactly what happened. That's what's happening.
I see. So to say and for reading meaning to it, can this spark a religious war? Can we say that this is a religious war, but they hide behind nuclear war preparation, they hide behind Ubiakoju, Ubia assassin, all this stuff? Is it not a religious war that you are witnessing here?
Meaning, a religious, a Islam for any Christian. Now it's about the way Israel and so Nipa bebree confused. You can't Barbara. That's the who Israel. That's the one here Israel and Arab for trouble. That is not the biblical Israel. So how your history after the Second World War and the movement there where you go back to Zionism, and number British for a year man Edimao. Enti a idea Israel for so fanes Yakupon Abraham Yame de on dia asasi any of the Christian, even though for Israel says they are Orthodox Jews, you support you Christians for it. And so I may ask Christians, if Nifa Rupe say Israel, a honor, Yankopo flu. And yet one of the scams of the world, scams, a scam, and yet Yankopo Israel. This is a special movement for the Jews to dominate that part of the world.
I see.
So, Tenukro Upa American Unimsa Enche Bebo Sumini America for Koche Maduro Unimsa.
Yeah.
Now, Womo Koche the oil. Venezuela is not the largest deposit of oil in the world. Iraq tells me Saudi Arabia banned Iraq. Now I said yes, serious. America who said almost the days are numbered because dollar and their share oil as the better oil. Saudi Arabia for the 70s. Oil via better the American that are almost like a global Yani Ghana IT, yes, sir.
Yeah.
The South dollar dominated the world. And because Venezuela and the other countries. They are joining with the new group, China, and Russia, and Brazil, and South Africa. They are going to have their own currency, and they'll be trading in that currency, but not in Ghana anymore. It is also quite possible. The one tier would be also a religion. One tier would say there be a global power for America to continue to be the dominant power in the world, but use the dollar to provide the oil business. And oil war Iran or a free trade, so Iran for or more or in a 1953, Prime Minister Colonel Mossadegh. Or buy a pen or say, oil, but nationalize the oil. A partner here for the dominant man. The Kosha see any trade Mossadegh would be too free. And almost had the shadow be seized. The shadow upon our bomb for 1979. Ayatollah Khomeini all exile in France. Or buy to a palm and almost half our boy. Since then, 1979, every American government has had a fight with the Iranians.
I see.
Now, Trump, they said, on what you said, that's what is happening in the world.
All right. The last question, Prof. Yajao. I remember way back in 1991. We saw the American-Iraq war. More targeting Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein is gone. Muammar Gaddafi is gone. Tama 2019 US for Bombay, the second in command. Iran, Qasem Soleimani. people said that it can spark the third world war. Yeah, we be bizarre. But as for this one, it is becoming as it's like catching the global attention to the extent say people are started reading meaning to it. Say, here it can spark the third world war. Do you see in that way?
So managers of this world, so one here, third world war. They say Middle East, you saw Iraq, born Americans, and in the whole world, they say, America for Israel, Kenya. You better, yes, you better American bases in the Middle East. America or military bases in almost all the Middle Eastern countries. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, why would America build its troops there? And they run for saying you need to America power. They are legitimate target.
Okay.
They said, no, can say Saudi Arabia, almost close to the Strait of Hormuz ships, but I have problem. And he said, they say, so afford the another Russia, she afford the another. They say, they are shady. Let that and boom you, a man, yes, you have a bambia. Because the third world war now.
Wow.
Indeed, we are living in a very dangerous time.
Yes.
Now, may I sure say, Yansafua, who we are, the names of British premise, the French President Macron, my wife, so Yansafua, minimum, Putin in Russia, China, President Xi, from where Yansafua, minimum, there's a Yansafua and the people. As I said, we are here to work. Yes, Africa. Okay. You're probably collateral. Iran for public Saudi Arabia, collateral. Into a media American base, a woman can become a target for the enemy of America.
All right.
The any Ghana, they say a cover American base, you will say a tick will be a target for somebody.
All right. Thank you very much, Prof. You better say, you say, I deal with the Prof. Just a 30 seconds. I do ocean a picture now. The USCC Kofano. We've seen the Israeli Palestine, our Gaza. It has taken us almost a year now. Still, the political tension and instability is going on. Judging from the peak of this, who say dabe na office adu ebetibi atwa de amaya because the National Petroleum Authority for announce say in this country the fuel that we have can cater for us for just 5 weeks, 1 month, 1 week. It means that if this instability travel beyond that 5 weeks, now will be in trouble. So are you as a senior special advisor our UN mission what do what do bubu na share the way normal cover center left and right now? If we say you a bit me travel to how many months the bit me and I send money me a bit me.
See, Obi and Timin can Iran, Arsenal, almost to weapons.
I see.
They say they've been hating so many. But no matter how much they hate, America and Israel can easily overcome Iran.
Yeah.
But almost Libya, Iran also damage the whole world. Who says Saudi Arabia almost biggest oil refinery in closer.
Okay.
And you know, they are ready here. Let the Star Wars in the transport. And somebody be banned. All right. It is very dangerous.
Thank you very much, Professor Ajimebia is a former senior special advisor at the UN mission. Prof, thank you very much. U.S.-Israel conflict with Iran and how can rise in the Middle East tensions reshape Ghana's economy outlook. So, tomorrow, definitely, you better also. To say the a bank conference report, and then which say Iran for missile motor educo Israel, Jerusalem, no, the office of Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader and the prime minister of Israel. But almost says Netanyahu Timima Bonting and Mekasebema update his usual update. So they suspect say either he's being hit by the bomb, no, and I say Mezan, and I say he's dead. People are also saying that no, he's currently in Germany, because he knew definitely say Omba attacking office. So he ran to Germany even before but some of the Iranians also started jubilating and some parts of the country. We continue giving you the update of this story. So thank you very much, Professor Ajim Aduako. So last Friday, based on Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution, a mandatory annual address to Parliament. So on quite say on Parliament, no on fact. On the state of this country, no, on Fankonko to Edra. So Mampany John Dramani Mahama went to Parliament and the state of this nation, Ekoko to Edra. Now, or the two Jariano are catching mixed reaction from the economic aspect, from infrastructure to policies and all that. And that data, Ninano, Kakofa and Chuasho Edia, but they have Dennis Miracle Abuaje is a deputy communication director at the larger opposition New Patriotic Party. Lawyer Kwame Owusu-Danso, 2024 vice presidential candidate Movement for Change, will join me in the shortest time. And Dr. Samuel Aye is the presidential aide and a member of the government communications team. NDC will also join us in the shortest time. So on the line I have Dennis Miracle Abuaje on the line. My penny John Dramani Mahama said a lot of stuff. So if they are ready, let's roll what and no maybe my penny John Dramani Mahama ekekayano na yen continue. Okay, so yes, okay.
$3 billion at the end of 2024. This has placed Ghana among the top 10 largest economies in Africa. Mr. Speaker, average GDP growth for the first 3 quarters of 2025 is reported at 6.1%. But growth means nothing without discipline. Our primary surplus reached 2.6% of GDP, far exceeding our target of 1.5%. Mr. Speaker, we closed our fiscal deficit at 3.1%, well below the projected 3.8%.
All right, we're the aftermath of the SUNA 2026, accessing the gap between promises and performance, economic gains and governance. John Dramani Mahama and I would say on the in some to Ghana. In fact, a lot of stuff and Okaya said that Ghana is mean business. Ghana is ready because according to him, baby obefa Ghana di free and none na sisia Ghana no sisia. Before I will introduce to you the Dennis Abuaje, let me give you some of the rundown. My penny said. Chama na oba befa Ghana no na food inflation 21.0 and today food inflation is 5.4%. Oba befa Ghana na inflation general 21.4, today inflation is 3.8. Oba befa Ghana na dollar is a 14.7, today dollar is a 10.6. Oba befa Ghana na our foreign reserves $10.4 billion, today our foreign reserve is 13 billion. Oba befa Ghana, even if we mention 8 billion, but it's now 13 billion. Obefa Ghana na your GDP ne $100 billion. They say ICD $100 billion and all that. All right.
So promise keeping, and it has benefited households and businesses because we have borrowed less.
Okay, so that is that. On the line I have Dennis Abuaje, Miracle on the line. Dennis, thank you very much for joining us. So, my penny John Dramani Mahama, and no more the two at the Mayan say Ghana. 1 year or better this country, baby odi Ghana free at the baby no senior economic crisis. She said that Ghana are you free? We are ready for business. Ghana Huatono. What is your take on this? The first 10 minutes. Hello? Hello, Miracle. Hello, Mr. Dennis. Hello? All right, Dennis Miracle Boaje will join in the shortest time. Okay, he's off. We have Dr. Samuel Aye, a presidential aide and a member of government communication team, also on the line. So, Doc, thank you very much for joining us. Hello, Doc.
Hello, Ziga, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Thank you very much, sir. Why joining you? Now, catch Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama, the State of a Nation address for the man. Though I catch a mixed reaction, but I hope, sir, you listen to him and maybe it could be that you were part of the people that prepared the State of a Nation address for the president. He said that Ghana means business and Ghana is ready. What else can you tell us since you are part of this government? Yes,
Ziga, me da say wa ma me akonya say me ne one watiefo nyina din kita ho. Say what me kan ye pa.
Yeah, me ton kapa yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Doc. Go ahead. Hello, Doc.
Hello, Ziga,
yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I'm Meton Kappa.
Okay, thank you very much. Me da say wa ma me akonya. The president Mama kan no a true reflection of the state of this country. My member akonya so ntia me nua panyi KOD or platform so. Obo eduma pa e magana. President Mama say Ghana is open for business again. Na say oman bia ode say egu akwan mu for the benefit of the business community no. Abaya e was near Banabaso. Date na mekasa. The ma business community. Kakra. What are the signs I say Abaya be committed to make sure that the business community thrives? Number one, Ziga you reduce VAT, effective rate from 22% to 20%. What it means is that Tika kakra edda into buan kakra when they buy Niemano. Because of that, it increases the people's purchasing power. When the people's purchasing power increases, businesses will thrive, businesses will make income for the benefit of Ghana. You can never take that away from that. President Mama, when you COVID-19 level, there is a whole VAT regime, President Mama, why you want to a year the business community from it. Number two, President Mama, has he not increased VAT threshold from 200,000 Ghana cedis to 700,000 Ghana cedis? He has been able to do that. What it means is that Wama the breathing space to businesses to thrive. In Caneno, now unya 200,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the year, you have some amount of money in the name and the shape of VAT. But and they were increasing it from 200,000 to 700,000 Ghana cedis for the benefit of the business community.
Yeah.
President Mama, the investment in the Ghanaian economy on the finance minister and the Bank of Ghana government.
Yeah.
Normal interest rate, maybe 35%, maybe 38%, 40%. There is no serious country care about the thriving business community they will allow interest rate to get to about 35 to 40%. It means that when a businessman now come up with 100,000 Ghana cedis, you know that at the end of the day, you are paying interest of about 40,000 or 50,000 Ghana cedis. It does not give the favorable environment necessary to thrive. As Muhammad investment has been able to move the policy rate from 28% to 15.5%, and then the same banks are charging 40% interest, and then almost charging about 22% as interest. And there is every indication say going forward, near say ama businesses and at the necessary room to operate. President Muhammad has not only done that. You know, can say, you buy $, now at that 14.5, interbank rate and retail maybe 15 ecosystem Ghana cedis. And then above 10.6, 10.7, 10.8, 10.9 interbank rate, retail or black market is doing about 11.3, 11.4. And the fourth have made significant benefit from it. And then so we call Amansa just for fango na and canino only $100,000. Now only have to see 15 billion. And then the same $100,000. The diminution here only 10 billion old Ghana cedis. A savings of 6 billion. 6 billion, you pass on the effect to the consumer. It's another shot. And you might be about from in fact, major retail centers, say Okadeco, Electromat, JA Binding, and Co. They have issued public statements saying because of the benefits we have had, as far as the management of the currency is concerned, Okadeco 30%, Electromat 30%, JA Binding, encouraging people to come and buy because the consumers to benefit from it because of what Gabe has done. I can go on and on and on for you to know that government is really committed to solve the business community. Now, indeed, last week, President Mama met the private sector under the theme presidential encounter with the private sector. I was there. The pharmaceutical industry for manufacturing industry for clothing industry, automobile, cement for because of improvements in the system. Iron rods. And can 7,000 Ghana cedis of iron rods. Cement from 125 Ghana cedis to 120 cedis. And more bag oil. Baby, as my can say, Rome was not built in a day.
Yes.
The government has been in government for just a year. Within 1 year, look at the heavy lifting we have done. Even in terms of debt to GDP, or minor the burden has been reduced. Government is honoring all major commitments. Independent power producers, in the energy sector, there may be little challenges. Of course, Ghana is a developing country. We are inundated with little developmental challenges over the years. They are hung over our neck.
Okay.
But if we all want to make an objective analysis of facts on the state of the economy and government support to businesses, even e-levy, betting tax, emission levy, any taxes and business community in the tribe. Any objective person will come to the inevitable conclusion say the government of President John Dramani Mahama is a listening.
All right, Doc.
It is a government that prioritizes the well-being and the welfare of the business community.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. Just a minute. Answer me this. In fact, everything that you said, we are all aware of it. That where you took the economy from, when it comes to the macroeconomic indicators, the president has done well. There's one thing that nearly took the shine of the whole thing about the employment data. I tell us, the president mentioned 1 million, and the Ghana Statistical Service, where he tapped his source from, is 330,000 people. Now, catch you. Who made that mistake? Of course, you are presidential head, you are in the presidency, you know how the speech was prepared. Was it a mistake, or who got it wrong? And who prepared the speech?
Ziga, no mistake has been location. No mistake has been location. the Ghana Statistical Service for data now. Also, or more column, last column, now a green column. They have written a difference from the last quarter of 2024 to the third quarter of 2025. The difference is clear. 1.1 million. Nobody has made a mistake. And the president said that about 1 million people have gotten jobs. The president is a very modest and humble president. All my major simply so and the castle buyer were creating 1 million jobs. There be
Okay.
because any programs and the policies and the day a Jumano ever.
Okay, Doc, you are saying that the Ghana Statistical Service got it right, and the president also got it right.
Yes.
So, what is the Ghana Statistical Service?
The president said about 1 million.
Okay, that is what the Ghana Statistical Service said.
From the third quarter, from the last.
Yes, I'm asking, sir. No, Doc. Per the presentation, from Ghana Statistical Service, they made it categorically clear that it's 330,000. But I want to know, say, they say something further. That video didn't share, and then President Mahama etapia na say, "Tisasana person."
Yes, a document or a picture is more than 1,000 words. Ghana Statistical Service for one kasa the omu document they are document and kasa ababontia omu kasa document of the brain from the text.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 million.
Thank you very much.
Last column of omu document now. The difference in employment or say 1.1 million, and that's exactly what the president said.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doc. Now you take your last bite before we leave. I have Dennis Mirakabuaji, a Deputy Communications Director at my new Patriotic Party. I also announced lawyer Kwame Owusu-Dan, so is a 2024 Vice Presidential candidate at my Movement for Change. And so I'm a cancer. Let me go to Miracle. Miracle, the next time in 12 minutes is yours. And tell us, President Mahama Akache and say Ghana is now ready for business. It means that where you took Ghana from wasn't good. Now the calmness about Ghana, so Ghana is open for business. What's your take on the SONA?
Ziga Medase, I think so before I even come to the take, I think so, I've been saying this, and I'll continue to draw the attention of the government, and especially its functionaries, like Dr. Samuel Ayamu said, you are running a country, and the country that you are running, it's not as if we are sheep. A sheep will be the Ghana Statistical Service has said between Q1 and Q3, the jobs created about 300,000. That's what the Ghana Statistical Service said. Remember?
Yeah.
The president said that between Q1 and Q3, 1 million jobs have been created. That's what the president said.
Yeah.
If you come and tell me, say, president say about that, Ziga, 300,000, 1 million,
yeah.
And yeah, the president lied completely. The president attempted to mislead the country. You're part of the flurry.
Mr. Abaje, respectfully, can't we say that the people that prepared maybe the speech for the president made a mistake because the free senior high school figures are 5.7 million. Where Duke made us to understand say it's 3.5, not 5.7, but was misled by Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance. So because of this, the president, the Nana Akufo-Addo, and they kept saying 5.7 and order. So can't we also say as for this one, the people that prepared the speech exaggerated or they made the president good rather than say because a president now.
So you see, the point is that if you are getting the government functionaries to be respectful enough to the citizens and accept to say, it was a typo, it was a wrong way, they all can come and see us. But okay, that's not what the government functionaries are saying. You heard the government spokesperson even attempt to justify the lie. You see, they are okay different from the different on Okasa and on the Kopoka. If all the other something, why? If you're winning the sound out there, can but that's not what the government is saying. In fact, as we speak to him this afternoon, he's even still trying to justify the lie. Listen, table no more there trouble and no one can to try to justify it. Or not a table on Kaya or her table there. We can have the table here. The data is available, it's public information. The offer table now, just before the column, just before your friend is saying 2025 column, and you're right before the difference. Until you realize that the difference between Q1 and Q3 is 0.3, which is 300,000. 300,000. Yeah. That is the statistical service. Almost figure no more use no. Almost for Q4 2024 and then Q3 2025. You must strike a difference. But just let me go on to
yeah.
But that is not what the conversation is about. The conversation is clear. The president is saying that the first quarter to the third quarter of 2025, almost created 1 million jobs. That is a lie. The statistical service now, on only data now, we using so what was now kind table now, you realize that they are even reading the table wrongly. The table is clear. Ghana Statistical Service said nothing about 1 million jobs. Ghana Statistical Service said between Q1 and Q3, 300,000 jobs were created. It is in the same table. The same table on that trouble, and there was no more kind. And I said, almost the table, Nancy. But I said, Dr. Samuel, or the table, Nancy. But politics in tea, and the thing can say, or minor, abana ya tomo, ya tomo, minor moment. But they can't do a patch again. Now, the state of the nation, me, I have always said, there is no debate when it comes to this government's performance in terms of the macroeconomic indicators. No debate. Nobody can fight it. In fact, what this government has achieved when it comes to the macroeconomic indicators, even first world countries cannot do that. Listen, Ziga, that a country will move from a 23% inflation to 3.4 or so percent inflation, that is historic. That is something that we all need to study.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay,
yeah.
They've done well. The dollar has moved from 14 cities to 10 cities. They've done well. But the fact of the matter is that there is no sense in achieving positive numbers in macroeconomic indicators when it is not reflecting in a micro. The whole essence of improving macroeconomic indicators is to achieve improved microeconomy. And that is where the problem is. So anytime you see, or you realize, there is an improvement in the macro, but it's not reflecting in the micro, then there is a problem. Listen, no economy that has achieved such fantastic macroeconomic indicators on paper should struggle to pay allowances and salaries of their public workers. No economy that has performed so much on paper should struggle to employ health persons and teachers who are home. No economy that has performed so well as we are seeing now on paper should struggle with allowances for teachers and nurses, and even now be fighting principals when it comes to a quota system. No economy should go through that. So there is a fundamental challenge with the kind of macroeconomic policies that this government is pushing. It is flowery. You galamsey gold now. You turn dollars in a bar. You pay dollars like a forex market. Not a buso. But the real sectors of the economy are struggling. What should the growth and performance in the agri sector? Go and look at it. This government has lifted the ban on importation of grains that was placed somewhere 2022-2023. In Timino Ziga, the country has been flooded with imported grains. Now, the reason why people will go and import this grain is because you have artificially strengthened your currency. It is all the better be a bro. Now, what's spending so much to be able to bring the maize up? Now, we're trying to why not on yet. This $1 for their bagana. In Timino there is a glut in the agri sector. A glut that is not reflected in the real sector of the economy. In Kofo, we broke the Chiman, I copying to me. A bonnet busu Kofo.
Okay.
Even after a Broadway movie from 1,200 to 350 Ghana, no, a boost because one left us a ban, no, and a mugu agri sector, no, and then Coco importing a bro eba of my way, and a Ghana for no my year, a brona, as I say, woman agri sector need to be booming, or more employing for not businesses and survival, or more brona cash a baby. The council remember buffer stock, that buffer stock at the you are not doing it. Teacher 4 is also the state of the nation, a aggregation of the state of the people in the country. This a teacher for more my women and some no man penica or parliament. How does it reflect in their lives?
Okay.
This a nurse for say how does it reflect in their lives?
All right.
This a farmer say how does it reflect in their lives? This a abosio kind for this one before. And I mean no say office for so bit to poke say no bebe duma e wo office for say kokoko blame ha so nyane ahemache 3 and po be do 8:30 upon 5 obedu fi anado 11 because transport crisis is e wo my way. Now what good is it for fuel to move from 14 to 10 or 9? Meanwhile it doesn't reflect in transport fares for the ordinary Ghanaian. In Accra here 75 to 80% of the residents in Accra use public transport. It is Oka chain say fuel about for more. 75 to 80% that they are paying either more for transport than they used to pay. No? How does it reflect in their life? These are serious issues. As I said, on mine.
Okay.
I would say these are serious issues. As I said, a bino it to me step back. No muja wakasana. Now omuja is and you know no say DJ be a party. No bond, you know where diasa. No more party that is down because or more it looks very a government because in their mind they've artificially manipulated the economy to get all these flowery figures, but it is not reflecting in the lives of the people. Look at this economy. Economy I must say is so wealthy, and our cocoa farmers want to be more simple bailout. When the MPP took office in 2017, cocoa farmers, there was a lot of debt.
Okay.
There was a lot of debt in the cocoa. There was a lot of rollover cocoa beans. There was a struggle in the cocoa sector. The international market price for cocoa dropped for the 2017-2018 market. But that economy that the Kufuor was driving managed to ensure that by the time we fee office, they were moving cocoa farmers price if saying 475 to 3,100. Untenable. Say economy more can the day. Now, to me, performing certain basic responsibilities towards the citizens of the country. Those are the real issues. And I say,
Mr. Reko, you continue just a minute, then I introduce His Excellency Kwame Owusu-Danso. Just a minute. In fact, you have made a nice point, but baby, I can say a good board, no koto galamsey good in here. I don't think. And no hash kakra because you know how the government is fighting with the NIMOs to apprehend these galamseyers, and that the gold board is supporting. I mean, with ammunitions, your friend is motorcycles, and like arming the NIMOs to combat the galamseyers. So if he says you talk galamseyer, don't think it's 7 predators. Where they were ferry, it's too harsh, please.
Because I don't speak from my heart. Neither am I emotional about things. I speak to fact. The president himself, Oman Penny Nankasa, catch your mind and said 60 to 70% of Ghana gold now you're exporting. They're from small scale miners.
Yeah.
Minerals Commission reports say small scale miners, 80 to 90% are illegal miners. But I'm missing 80 to 90% of small-scale miners are illegal miners, according to the Minerals Commission. So if the president tells you, say, or 60 to 70% of your gold from small-scale miners, it means that between 60 to 80% of your gold.
But would it be the 20%? The 20% of small-scale miners, and only 60% in authority free.
There's a small-scale miners and numbers and your quantity of gold cannot amount to the amount of gold that you are exporting.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Small-scale miners,
thank you very much.
To the quantity of gold that you are exporting.
All right. The next 11 minutes, the farmer, you come with Sudan. So yeah.
It's really important. Make another interview. It's important. Say When the government, we can't do anything about it. Until almost calm it down, no step it back kakra from their higher horses and identify the realities of the people and fix it. Nyaman da from sao. Komakola job could be some man and Nyaman da performer. Why increasing increasing Makola women rent 20%? Aye. No, my son increase your electricity 28%. No more increase your moon by 15%.
Thank you very much. There is a Miracle Abuaji, is a Deputy Communications Director at the New Patriotic Party. Thank you very much. The aftermath of SONA 2026, assessing the gap between promises and performance, economic gains and governance. On the line, I have lawyer Kwame Owusu Danso, His Excellency 2024 Vice Presidential Candidate at the Movement for Changes on the line. Lord, thank you very much, sir. Why joining here now? Near Kabibi for the performance of President Mahama. I've already said that even the Miracle Abuaji admitted say the macroeconomic indicators the president has really done well and we need to study it. That is fantastic. But catching you, the cocoa sector issue and this employment data. Don't you think say upon all this good performance our president at display within 1 year these two things has taken the shine from it. It has taken something out of the president.
No, the government did kind of minister give for no one. Now, Metawa, you say, I'm a queen, say, Mimra my own, the count and some any judgment system. Message of a queen structure, Miniakuma, yeah, Doctor. I. Now, the name say miracles about you, so now with twist.
You go ahead.
And yeah, that's ya, but you see, do you know why Ghana and Kunim? Ghana and Kunim is answered. I have a man on your money, kind of correct. Now, Debiano, you create impression, you say, Ubia. Yatwa by you or buy or no buy or be Ghana. Let me tell you something. The difference between the NDC and the MPP is that NDC has managed to address a fundamental issue MPP and 2024 because there were some fundamental issues with the economy. There were some fundamental issues with governance in general. And we had a lot of issues with even the conduct of public servants in this country. NDC Abba, Minister Boaji, Miracle Boaji, Ebekika, the micro impact of the macro. Now, let me start a question. You can't say macroeconomy now, and only the way. Macroeconomic indicators, a beer say Usika Horn, a beer Abuana inflation, a beer Abua debt to GDP, a beer say Usika then air color, then a currency fluctuation near a beer said they are buying crack of Bosnia, and a be a year was surplus. Said, yeah, primary surplus, said. Sika abano enya eni sika abano spending.
Yeah.
Power and the money in higher the boom. Etini bua micro ni ese me no efie o mama o papa o fie ni ade edwom ni ade no say na ekọ e bia e ba say supermarket bi so okota ade a say na prices next year e bia o fruit say na prices next year o tomato say next year ni nyina na micro because I don't know more individual macro ni the general or the total economic output e dey funny na ba a e be say your question say aso inflation no e hu sinsan so any dey we here micro ni what the performance of the city no aso e hu sinsan so any dey e micro ni Ofa policy rate no a ehun sunsanso ene den ewo micronym se wofa primary surplus no a ehun sunsanso ene den ewo micronym. These are the very basic questions that obiara also obi etien fa ne say yafa the performance of the city nebo
yeah
city no A drop here, Baby Blue, left the boy.
Yeah.
Time one man was a passionate city network.
14.7. By currently it is not 11, it is a 10.6, 10.86, yeah.
Very well. 10.6, 10.7, 10.8. But time when NDC for buy, then now 14. What it meant was that. So what is the car at the park of Manonia? You know, say Ghana economy like an import-driven economy.
Yeah.
We don't do manufacturing. We don't have industrialization. We don't do a lot of exportation. They are just four commodities that are exported: gold, cocoa, timber, oil, asa, and only exported. And we don't add value to it. It's you know say price if anything discrepancy to it. So what you say? It's you know that time $9 $14.7. So we will be a we crack half at the bar. I was saying, what's that Ghana Chicago? Maku 14.7. And son, when you have $1. And son, I would have fired and now, me know, Cassie. To see, I'm saying, Nippon Prano, every time. And now, a $1 annual or the cock clan, you manage to buy. To see $1 no fashion. M1.
Yeah, it will help.
Exactly. Sabi one more tomato, one more import sugar, one more dollar no see the no yaka clearly. Now when your dollar no be free, now they are quite ready. What they are quite top, and they might also top and the babeton and now so fast. So there's a clear improvement in that sector. The only challenge I am for want to say, oh, if anything, dollar no, did not apostro, then so did not the why day. Then no, a year, one more to idea with Tommy and the amount of prices. So a year or more, we say, the friend be in economics, the friend be market predictability and market certainty. Market predictability, they say, Sibia, you see another dollar, no, what's the about city number 10.8 now, we can watch it. I was saying, the GTA this day, city no, a better 10.8 one. Akosura, they are 11.
Okay.
It's no me budget here. Make your budget within that framework. And I say within that, you know, budget say, oh, see the no Akosura 11. Now Akosura, you know, a bit man say between now and the next month, you know, who say see the no, it will stabilize.
Yeah.
There's some certainty of stability. And the mammy and the business, you know. But the bear make me either make the price in need. People still don't have confidence in the economy. Upon
all the improved indicators, no macroeconomic indicators. Yeah.
I am saying, sir, we are seeing all these improvements.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, sir, even though we are seeing improvement, people still do not have confidence in the economy because you're going to be that. You're going to be that.
Okay.
One moment now say after the boom nothing, everybody is because in you who say, oh, see the now pay for me kakra, now pay for me kakra, now pay ajibo, but also what you say,
yeah.
So be and in the corresponding, if anything, changes now in terms of the reduction of price of goods.
All right. All right.
I don't know what one.
Your Excellency, respectfully, your time. Mama, a minute for wrap you up, man. What down, factually. I gave you 12 minutes. I gave you 12 minutes.
You see, when we are talking about the economy, I think that we must be.
Yeah, no,
we must have time.
Yeah, Excellency, factually.
There's a lot of misconception out there.
Yeah.
And those misconceptions, you know, we need to clear it. And yes, I know. They be yesterday. Yet they can't say more in him. Now they start Ghana for not doing. Now, the other person they can say, you must give praise to whom praise is due.
Yeah.
Say, Oraja Romani Ama, Eya Deni, Yabeka. Or yes, Eya or Theatre. See, I'm no Casadian. Economy is performing better.
So, Excellency, respectfully, how 1 minute for 1 minute here, man. How do we sustain this? So, that's the question of Ghana Nibia. Yes, we have gotten the gains. Everybody is talking about it. They are praising the president and the government. How do we sustain it?
Sustaining this would mean that government has to be prudent in its expenditure. Sustaining this would mean that even if we are going to spend on capital expenditure, we have to spend wisely, spend in the right places. Sustaining me say yen fasika ko yen niema ehu hia e kan it and say
yeah
Dr. Mega
Mecho Kapagwa
Dr. Mega
Mecho Ka, Your Excellency.
okay so studying this would mean that and now sir trade surplus now Oluwajo Normani Muhammad Khan what's the trade surplus like I said we have trade surplus of 2.6%.
Yeah,
It's, we can sustain it, except that we must begin to invest in industrialization. We must begin to invest in manufacturing. We must begin to add value to the commodities that we export so that we can bring in more for it. So that our external reserves are very strong enough to contain the economy. Who see that enough? We need foundation. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So the foundation or the foundational block upon which the economy is built is what we need to focus on as a country invest hugely so that we can sustain the gains we have made.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Lawyer Kwame Owusu Danso was a former a running mate at the Movement for Change of 2024. Dr. Mamima, 1 minute now for wrap up, Mami. Anything that you can say, if you have anything to say, sorry, just a minute. Hello, Doc. Hello, Doctor. Yeah, me talk about just a minute now.
Yes, Ziga, there is no doubt that the economic priorities of President Mahama completely swept off MP for Yatuamagu because miracles on one kata being a new to say when it comes to the management of the economy in India, President Mahama or Bonabaso. Now it is not translating into microeconomy. Meanwhile, what could to fuel 10 Ghana cedis per liter? Oh, what my was now turn on 60. And I'm about saying, say it is not translating into micro. Also, iron rods 9,000 Ghana cedis, and now turn 7,000. Who be just TV swap? Also, it is not translating into micro. Also, a mobile 250, and now turn 150. Also, it's not translating into micro. What was the major shopping retail centers? Abuko Kaifo. So we use back on 15,000 and then we turn 10,000.
Okay.
So I'm on the same for you want to doubt and someone any the benefit people of Ghana are reaping from what President Mama has done. Also gold board like I'm saying, Mr. Wu. Before gold board, understand MP before we program be on friend gold for reserve.
Yeah.
Gold for reserve, now we talk gold different. You see, the double standards and the hypocrisy of the MPP is too much. And then know say gold board for no money traceability system be air bar and Ziga, I know you are aware of it, but who read
yeah, let's talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow or next.
But they have to know say the lies are too much. The people of Ghana are happy about this, and we are going to continue supporting President Mama to deliver.
Thank you very much.